It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Sun's out, I'm on a little mission. But don't be fooled by the apricity, because in the shade, it is indeed frozen. In a moment, I'm off on a little rescue mission to a place called Duckenfield, where I shall find a car that once belonged to me, sort of. A car known as Janet Data Jackson has been somewhat misfueled. It's been filled up with petrol, and it's a diesel. Diesels don't like to run on petrol, not for very long anyway. I've got to go to a place called Duckenfield, which is on the outskirts of Oldham, if you're interested. If you're not interested, just skip the past 5 seconds and then it won't annoy you. Although Oldham is the adjacent big town to Rochdale, there are a few nuggets of lovely scenery which I will endeavour to show you. Not this bit. I have an equally hairy friend over there who has made the rather silly mistake of putting a load of petrol into his diesel-powered car. But fear not, because this fuel can come out, it won't really hurt it. People do get in a right panic over misfueling, but you shouldn't do. Not with old cars anyway. Another great reason for having an old diesel or an old petrol car. If on occasion you find yourself daft enough to put the wrong fuel in, at least it's not terminal. Having an old car is a savvy act indeed, which means that it's not very often that you're daft enough to put the wrong fuel in as well. I wonder if that monstrosity of a Mercedes has actually broken down or just found a place convenient to stop, regardless of whether it's convenient for other people or not. I'm going to be brutally honest here and tell you that today hasn't been the best of starts because I'm late. And although Vaughan is fine with it, he's very relaxed, he knows I'm late, he knows about the problems of what I'm about to tell you, I'm still uncomfortable with it. Set off out the house a bit later than I wanted to do, and then I found that Wild House Lane was closed. It was just, no, you can't go down here, there's no access to Kiln Lane. No access to Kiln Lane, it said on this board, which meant I had to take the diversion around Smithy Bridge, and if you're interested, that's near Littleborough, and if you're not interested, then just skip the last bit. That meant it took me about 50 minutes to get to work. The most irritating part about this is the fact that it's not going to take me so long to get home because Kiln Lane is closed at the bottom, which meant I still had access to the garage, but I didn't know that. This has meant that now I'm struggling with only one cup of tea inside of me, and as you should know, that's not enough. I've not even checked my Facebook, and that's not desperately important, though I do have to make sure I wish the Baroness Mustard a happy birthday. And I haven't checked any of my statistics on YouTube, which is probably not a bad thing because none of it's particularly good news anyway. Well, I must confess to enjoy driving through Oldham, not because I like the place, but because I don't live here, and it's no less of a shithole than what Rochdale is. And the roads are absolutely terrible, just like Rochdale. It's nice to know that, you know, it's not, I don't live in the only town that you really wish you didn't live in. Just coming out of the village, I guess it's a village of Lees, where it's occurred to me I probably could have gone a better way. I've been to Vaughan's place a few times, but for some silly reason I planted a little seed last night that told me I didn't know where I was going. And I woke up thinking, where does he live? Well, I know where he lives, but how do I get there? I know how to get there, but that little block there meant that I was allowing confusion to pop into the process of, well, actually knowing where I'm going. And that's all it takes to find yourself going down a road you probably shouldn't do, which is what I've done. Are you happy, mate?
I'm absolutely delighted. Come on!
Here we have a 25 litre container which will soon be filled up with a fantastic mixture of petrol and diesel. It smells diesel-y, it smells petrol-y, and its only use is going to be for cleaning, because you can't run a car off of it. So what did you manage to do, mate?
Oh. Well, like an absolute plum, I put petrol in my Rover 25 TD, which traditionally I put diesel in.
Yeah, it runs better than that.
Tried to siphon the tank, anti-siphon. So called you good self, and you came down with your pump and very, very kindly bailed me out, and I couldn't be happier about that fact.
What a lovely chap.
What a lovely man. What a lovely man you are.
I meant you.
I mean, I am giving you 25 litres of petrol, but never mind that.
But it's not petrol that's of any use, is it?
Well, diesel's more expensive, so...
I reckon your battery might be a bit flat. Hey, it didn't clatter. It just started.
L series, man. Come on, mate.
I get the impression he was very, very happy with the result there. Now, I'm on my way back to work with about 20 litres of contaminated fuel in the boot, and it stinks, like really bad. I have to drive with the window open because it's making my head feel really rather fuzzy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you. Glad you're gone. After all these 20 mile per hour limits, there really aren't that many places left around here still displaying that sign. The sign that tells you you can go as fast as you like, within reason. In the 90s, Wild House Lane was a 60 limit, and I remember doing one of my driving lessons, and my instructor said to me, let's go down here, and you can really put your foot down, get it out of your system. Didn't really work like that though, just kind of put it into my system more than anything. Careful what directions you follow, is the answer here. This is me telling you that I'm back at the lockup and that I am very, very cold, and that Vaughan has given me this rather wonderful box. It's an unusual thing, isn't it? But that's what happens. Sometimes people like to just give me things, and I don't complain. Apparently you can put stuff in this box and it's so robust that it won't ever break no matter what it is, although I'm not going to try it. No entry, diverted traffic, and a bit annoyed this morning by this, and that doesn't do me any good. But I was thinking that unless Wild House Lane has suddenly developed a big sinkhole or something, there's not going to be much need for this. And there wasn't any need for it. What happens is something goes wrong at the start of the day and it cascades into more and more things going wrong, and it feels like it's out of control, but it's not really, is it? It's just how you deal with it. I dealt with it wrong this morning, and that meant that not only did I get into work about 40 minutes later than I wanted, but it took me about 40 minutes longer to get to where Vaughan lives. There's good money to be made in this kind of mistake that people make, apparently. I've seen a few of these vans around, Fuel Doctor, etc. And they charge a fair bit, apparently £200 call out charge. Oof. What a great way to make some money. But the downside, I suppose, is that you end up being responsible for all of this contaminated fuel, and the only thing you can really do with it is clean tools. Makes me wonder, I suppose, would anybody know the answer to this? The diesel heater. Would the diesel heater run okay on contaminated fuel? Yes, I've just checked that sign at the start of Wildhouse Lane just to make sure that I didn't misread it and get grumpy for no reason. It says no access to Kiln Lane. No access. So it's their fucking fault, not mine. Right? I can calm down now. So thank you very much for watching this video. Whether it be short or long, I'm not really too sure. I reckon it's probably about 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for considering being a channel member. Thank you for being a loyal follower, but not a channel member. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for disliking. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. And thank you for not skipping the adverts. And now it's time to say bye-bye. So here we go. Bye-bye.